Okay, guys, thought I'd do a little video on lighting or lights because I need to work on my lighting for when I'm shooting my videos. And I've been a mechanic for over 20 years, and I've got a lot of lights, the goofy headlight, little flashlights, these types of lights, and they all work. These particular lights I got at Menards, I think. They're like $4 or $5 a piece. I really like them because they have, little hooks on them. They're magnetic on the bottom. There we go. They stick to stuff well. And the greatest thing about these, if you leave them, if you're working on, I was a diesel mechanic, and if you leave these lights under a tractor or trailer, you don't feel too bad about it when you forget them and they go driving down the road. Some of those lights that you can pay $20, $30, $50, $100 for, you lose one or two of those and you start rethinking your purchase policy. Bad thing about these is the battery doors tend to fall open pretty easily. So that's also got this goofy little stand feature. But the battery doors on these, they tend to fall off pretty easily. So I generally electrical tape around them a couple times to keep from losing them. But they're great little cheap lights. Same way with this one. Has a hook, has a magnet. Maybe the magnet's gone. Yep. I've had this light for, I bet, 10 years. And again, generally you have to tape the battery doors shut because they just fall right off. Apparently, that one needs some new batteries. And then, flashlights. These are kind of not very handy, especially, I guess if you don't mind carrying things around in your pocket, these are okay. But I usually just have this sitting on top of my toolbox, just as a quick, need a little extra light. This one I just bought not too long ago, maybe a year ago, maybe not even that long ago. It has 3 magnets on the back and a little hangy thing, and it has a light on the end and a light, I haven't had any trouble. Well, see, I'll probably have to tape that one shut too. Headlamps. I hate headlamps. I don't like headlamps. But I know guys wear them. I've worked with a lot of guys that wore these things. They'd walk into work, punch in, put on their headlamp, and it stayed on their head through breaks and everything all night long. And this is one of my favorite lights. Good old-fashioned 120 volt plug-in LED. This thing is insanely bright. And since it's got this, funny thing hanging off of it that plugs into the wall, it's almost impossible to forget this underneath the equipment you're working on. For 2 reasons: because it's so bright, and because it has the cord, and it's got a magnet on the top that actually, it'll hold the light by itself, but not with all the cord weight on it. Yeah, I love that light. Been a while since I've used it. Now, for kind of the sake of shooting videos, I've decided to invest in a couple of these. I got these off of Amazon, and Lotzi brand. I'm sure they're made in China. Everything's made in China. Let's move you on over here. Get you up. Okay, so it's a 2-pack, and you know, I don't know how good these are going to be. They were like $13 shipped for 2 lights. And let's go ahead and open them. Get a couple of USB cords and a couple of lights, and that's about it. And a crappy box. Tear up invalid. Wonder what that means. Tear up. Anyway, my first impression of these is they don't seem, whoops, sorry, a little too close. They don't seem to be too bad. They've got a double flexing head there. You can bend them all the way over backwards, and it's got a little light on the end, and two different light settings for the main light. These do have, I think, a magnet on the bottom. It's supposed to hold them. And I don't know, that seems like a pretty good magnet. Some of the reviews on these, people were kind of bashing the magnet on the bottom. It also has this goofy hook that you can hang them from, which I imagine probably not that great. So yeah, and then they've got they've got a USB port. You know, and it's not a USB-C, it's the old style. I don't know what they call that one. It's what your cell phone had, you know, 2 cell phones ago. And when you plug them in to charge, there's a little light here, and it's red when it's charging and it's green when it's done. I kind of like that. I did actually open these up and look at them before I made the video. I charged them both up. They both came on right out of the box. So I don't know, you know, there's no way of knowing what percentage of charge they had, but it only took, it wasn't more than an hour for them to charge. I didn't time it exactly, but, and I don't know, you know, I don't know how dead they were, but I plugged them in, walked away, and came back an hour later, and they were both fully charged then. And I think these will be real handy. For when I'm shooting video, I'll be able to get some better shots. I'm going to also invest in a new camera that'll hopefully be a little better for getting in and out of places. So yeah, that's those two. Like I said, they were like $12 or $13, you know, with tax and shipped to my door. I'll put a link in the description for them. You know, check them out. I think they're going to work good. Having used a lot of flashlights over the years. I think they're going to be good. Time will tell. I guess that's going to be it for this video. Give you another look at the box. You know, and in the trash that goes. Yeah, thanks for watching. One other little note about all those other flashlights that I have. They use a lot of batteries. And this one does too. You know, they can be a real pain. It's one thing to have a dead flashlight, where these new ones, you know, are USB chargeable, so I think you're going to be good.